It's high school basketball on OKC CBS Sports Radio 105.3. Sponsored by Big O's Pork and Dreams, Metro Technology Centers, Super Prep, and SSM Health at St. Anthony's.
Good evening, Oklahoma. It's time for some Saturday night high school playoff basketball. We are broadcasting live from Chakota, Oklahoma for some regional basketball playoff action. And we've got a special one for you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Tulsa Victory basketball team. What is the name? What is their mascot?
Victory Christian.
The Tulsa Victory Christian taking on the mighty Douglas Trojans tonight, Saturday night, Chakota, Oklahoma. Winner goes on to the area tournament. Actually, the runner-up goes on to area tournament as well. But we try to make it as dramatic as we possibly can. I'm Jay Swick, your play-by-play announcer. To my left tonight, which is kind of different.
It is
my color commentator, Mr. Dylan Tribble himself. Dylan, how are you?
Doing great. You know, we had a nice little road trip out here. Stopped by the local burger joint in Shawnee, the Hamburger King. Had a nice dinner. You and I are all amped up for this game tonight. It's a battle of a lot of talent. The mighty Douglas Trojans versus Victory Christian. Whenever it gets to these neutral sites, that's right when you know things are starting to heat up and get spicy.
Hey, with every game going forward, it gets tougher and tougher.
Yep.
You know, teams take it extremely seriously. They've worked their tails off to get to this point in the season, and the ultimate goal is to get to the big house.
That's right.
Get to that state tournament so you can have a chance to come home with a Class 4A state championship. Appreciate everybody tuning in to CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. We are also streaming this game, video stream, on the All City Sports YouTube page, and I look forward to interacting. You also saw one from Devon Scott as well.
The left-handed.
It was a beautiful
jam.
dunk. It was a beautiful dunk.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot going on, and we know that Douglas is very dominant. They've got about 10 to 12 players that could come in and play a significant role in this game. They have a lot of trust in each other and a lot of talent from top to bottom of the roster, and we'll go over those players here pretty soon. Tulsa Victory Christian, their game on Thursday, they won by one. They beat Wagner by 1 point to get to this point. Now, are they going to be strong enough to deal with this to this point? Now, are they going to be strong enough to deal with this Douglas basketball team? We will see.
Only time will tell.
We'll see you tonight.
Yep.
And that's what brought us all the way out here to Chakota, Oklahoma for this regional playoff matchup. And I love this time of year. I love high school basketball when it comes to playoff season and just competing for a state championship. Dreams are made, and then dreams are shattered.
Yes, they are.
So you get both ends of the coin here. Want to give a big shout-out to our sponsors, Super Prep OK on Instagram. They're also on Facebook. They're also on Twitter. They do a great job covering high school athletics here in the state of Oklahoma. If you're not following them, you're missing out on some really good content. And you want to stay in the know on what's going on in high school athletics here in the state of Oklahoma, you've got to follow Super Prep. Super Prep OK on Instagram. You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, all of the above. And they are our title sponsor for this evening's broadcast. Langston University is also a sponsor of our broadcast. Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. And we thank you guys for tuning into our broadcast this evening. We are glad to be here. It's a Saturday night. You don't have to work tomorrow. This is where you need to be. And we're glad you're tuning in tonight. Also want to give a big shout-out to our producers, Langston, who's operating the camera, Con and Neal, who is our producer here on site, and then we've got Cameron back at the station who's operating the board. So we've got our whole team here. I'm Jay Swick. That's Dylan Tribble. We've got some high school basketball coming up next. I'm very, very excited about it. Let's talk about Victory Christian real quick. Dylan, what are some of your thoughts on some of the players that stood out to you regarding their basketball team?
Yeah, they got about 3 guys that really stick out to me. And I'm going to start out with number 1. That's Michael Doctor. He's a 6'1" junior, kind of one of those glue-type players. He can do it all, facilitate, shoot, play defense. And then you got number 4, Caleb Farquhar, and that's the 6-foot senior. He's a senior, so you know this game means a lot to him. He doesn't want, it won't be his last game, but he does not want to lose any of these playoff games in his senior season. He just came off a nail-biter game against Wagner, and that felt great, so he wants to continue that good feeling. And then we get to the main guy for Victory Christian, and that's number 23, Chris Mason, the 6'6" junior. I heard about him through an inside source, and I heard he is quite the talented player that's going to put up a big test for Jace Breath and also Terry McMorris. It's going to be a battle of those big bodies down low.
Right.
And we know what McMorris and Jace Breath can do.
Right.
We'll see what Chris Mason can do.
Yeah, Chris Mason is obviously the biggest player for the Tulsa Victory Christian basketball team. And, you know, he's the only 6'6" player for Tulsa Victory Christian. But Douglas has 3 of them.
They do.
Jace Breath,
Yep.
Terry McMorris, and Corey Holman, who are all very talented basketball players. And we're excited to get this game underway. We're assuming they are going to sing the national anthem. That usually they do that and then announce the starting lineups. Tonight it's a little bit backwards. They're announcing the starting lineups right now. And you can easily spot Chris Mason right now for Victory Christian. You can see him on the screen, number 15. And
big kid.
Yeah, he is, and now the camera guy who is away from us is now focusing in on Douglas as they announce their starting lineups. We can go ahead and announce the Douglas starting lineup right now. Number 3, Jaden Williams. Number 11, Devon Scott. Number 22, Landry Ballard Jr. Number 23, Jace Breath. And number 24, Terry McMorris. That's your starting lineup for the Douglas Trojans. On the Tulsa Victory Christian side, you've got number 22, Jordan Brown, number 23, Chris Mason, number 4, Caleb Farquhar, number 1, Michael Doctor, and then I believe Evan McGlure, who
Another
actually,
6'6" guy.
Okay, so Tulsa Victory Christian has 2 6'6" guys.
Indeed.
So this should be an interesting matchup physically, and I know really Tulsa Victory Christian's guards are pretty talented, but like I said, they got away with one on Thursday. They came away with the victory, 1-point victory over Wagner. It's going to be a much tougher test tonight against the Douglas Trojans, and we're very, very excited about it. And again, we appreciate you guys tuning into our broadcast, whether it be the All City Sports YouTube page or on the radio, CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM, HD1. This is a game that I've been looking forward to ever since I saw that Tulsa Victory got the victory.
That's right.
Over Wagner.
That boy McMorris is coming out with the high top Kobe's on. I have a feeling that means he's got Mamba mentality tonight here in Shakota, Oklahoma.
You don't wear
Kobe.
You don't wear Kobe Bryant basketball shoes unless you're ready to play. And Douglas will win the tip and start their offense. Landry Ballard gets it to the corner to Jaden Williams. Gives it right back to Ballard. They're just kind of feeling out the defense right now, calling out the play. Now he's moving left. Overlooking, trying to find Terry McMorris down at the block.
It's stolen by 15. Evan McGlure.
Quick little turnover by Douglas. You need to nip that in the bud right now. Tulsa Victory Christian is a good team, and they've got a 3-point shot attempt. No good. Rebounded Jace Breath. He's going to push it up the court, and he may attack the rim right now. He has to get rid of it, and another turnover.
And that was deflected by Michael Doctor, the 6'1" junior. So 2 quick turnovers for Victory Christian.
Not the way we expected Douglas to start off the game. Now, last game, they came out absolutely on fire. They've cooled off a little bit at the beginning of this game. We'll see how this possession changes, or it turns out. Nobody scored yet. Number 4, Caleb Farquhar, gives it to number 2, Michael Doctor in the corner. Now he kicks it back to the top of the key to 22. 23, Chris Mason gets the ball down low, turn around, one-handed jump shot. Good.
Really nice post move by Mason to get that right-handed hook shot.
Tulsa Victory draws first blood. They're up 2-0 on Douglas, 6:40 left in the first. Here's Douglas right now operating their half-court offense. Landry Ballard's communicating with his teammates. just calling out the play. Gives it to Devon Scott, who hit 8 threes. Can he start the game off with one here? No. Misses it. Tulsa Victory gets the ball back. Up 2-0. Number 1, Michael Doctor goes right, cuts off a screen. He's at the high post. Now he steps back, trying to get past Devon Scott. Gives it to Caleb Farquhar, who comes off a screen. 3-point shot by him, no good. And a nice rebound by Terry McMorris. They're going to call a foul on Tulsa Victory Christian. I think it's a push in the back.
Yep. Push in the back by number 15, McGlure, for Victory Christian. So Douglas has got a chance to tie this up or take the lead. They're down 0-2 right now early on in the ball game.
Here comes Landry Ballard Jr., the very fast, aggressive point guard. Gives it to Jace Breath at the top of the key. He hands off to Devon Scott. I thought he was going to pull up there. Jaden Williams has it, gives it down low to Jace Breath. He's actually in the corner now. And he pulls up for the long jump shot, no good, will not fall. Rebounded Victory Christian. Douglas still has not scored a point yet. There's 5:37 left in the first quarter. Only 2-0 score right now. Both teams playing really good defense. Tulsa Victory at the basketball, number 22, Jordan Brown. And Jaden Williams creates the turnover, gets the steal, passes it to Devon Scott, who gives it to Landry. And Landry lost control, goes out of bounds. It's going to be off his hands. It's going to give the ball back to Tulsa Victory Christian. They're still up 2-0. Little sloppy for the Trojans to begin this game. Very unlike them.
Very uncharacteristic. Just the first quarter jitters are a thing right now. But they're going to fight through it. We know how they are. It's early on.
And they're pressing them, trying to make them work to get to half court. They do. Chris Mason has it. Now a corner three by Victory Christian, and they knock it down to go to up 5-0 to start the game over the Douglas Trojans.
That was the lefty that knocked down that three. Number 4, Caleb Farquhar, knocks that down to put Victory up 5-0.
Here's Landry Ballard. Gives it to Williams, gives it right back to Ballard. Now Jace Breath has it. Gives it to Devon Scott. Devon Scott throws it in the corner. And they're just trying to get it to Terry McMorris. He's got it. He needs to do something. Turn around. Shot. No good. Rebounded by Tulsa Victory Christian. That's unlike Terry McMorris as well.
It is, but they doubled him. They made it a difficult shot for him.
4:28 left in the first quarter. Victory Christian up 5-0, trying to go up even more. Misses the three-point attempt. Rebounded Terry McMorris. He's going to push it up the floor and take it himself off the glass. First bucket for the Douglas Trojans. They cut the deficit to 3. They're down 5-2.
That is my favorite offense for Douglas. Get Terry McMorris going downhill. It's hard to stop.
Now that they got that first score out of the way, they're able to calm down a little bit and just focus on defensive hand. They're just going to try and force Victory Christian to commit a turnover or miss a shot to where they can get the rebound. They're just moving the basketball all around. And here's number 1, puts up the shot, no good. Chris Mason of Tulsa Victory with the putback shot. Got the offensive rebound and the putback shot, missed it, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, he got fouled from behind by McMorris. McMorris tried to go for the block. I guess there was a little hand-to-hand contact, so Mason's at the free throw line for 2 shots.
And Terry McMorris got called for the foul. That's his first one tonight. You've got to keep an eye on that. And I think Steven Alexander might even substitute Terry McMorris out of the game here momentarily.
Yeah,
you don't want to see him get 2 early fouls.
Nope, he's the senior leader, him and Jace Breath.
So Victory Christian makes both free throws. They're up 7-2 on Douglas. Jace Breath has the basketball at the wing. He gives it to Devon Scott. Now Jaden Williams in the quarter. Back to Scott. Back to Ballard. They're just moving it all around the three-point arc. They get it down low to Terry McMorris. And now he attacks the rim and gets the bucket. Another score by Terry McMorris. They've cut the deficit to 3 again. The score is 7-4, Tulsa Victory Christian.
Just like I said, McMorris downhill is my favorite offense.
And
he finishes again, but now Victory Christian beat the press and they score, so they're up 9-4.
Michael Doctor with the bucket for Victory Christian. 9-4, 3 minutes left in the first. Here's three-point shot by Terry McMorris, no good. Rebounded by Chris Mason, number 23 of Victory Christian. Douglas is not making as high percentage of shots early on as they did last game. They're going to have to work through that. Here's Michael Doctor again with the jump shot, no good. Rebounded McMorris. He's going to push it up the floor, finds Jaden Williams in the corner. He's lost his dribble, has to give it back to McMorris, who gives it to Ballard, now to Scott in the corner. They give it to Jace Breath at the block. He's going to turn around, call for a screen, lost his dribble, gives it to Terry McMorris, who hands it off to Landry Ballard. Really good ball movement right now by Douglas. They've got to restart their half-court offense. He's going to run a different play. Steven Alexander's calling out some orders. Landry Ballard moving around, has to dribble left, gives it to Scott for three. No good. He fell down as he shot. No foul. Tulsa Victory gets the rebound.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of contact, but the ref didn't call it, so you got to move on.
Michael Doctor throws over to number 15, Evan McGlure. Oh, what a great block by Landry Ballard. They tried to make an extra pass, and he almost stole it. Now it's Tulsa Victory's turn to run their offense, and that was blocked, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. I think that's going to be on Jaden Williams.
It is. He got his hand on the ball, I thought. However, the ref saw something a little different. Going to be a foul on the floor. Victory's throwing it in from the baseline.
I think it's safe to say we're in for a four-quarter matchup tonight.
I agree.
Douglas has found their match so far this playoff season. This is not going to be easy to get over on Tulsa Victory Christian tonight. All right, Landry Ballard's guarding Michael Doctor. That's a great matchup there. He cuts off a screen, gives it to number 4, Farquhar. And then now they're moving it around to McGlure on the wing. He's being guarded by Terry McMorris. They're trying to figure out how they need to penetrate this Douglas defense right now. It's very tough. Douglas is now dialed in defensively.
Yeah, playing really good man-to-man D.
Oh, and Landry Ballard gets the steal, pushes it up the court. And he's going to take it himself, puts up the shot off the glass, no good. Jace Breath with an unbelievable offensive rebound, gives it to McMorris, puts up the shot, no good, but he's getting fouled. Or are they going to call an offensive foul?
No, McMorris definitely got fouled. Coach Alexander just wants to talk to his guys, get them settled down. But what a hustle play by Jace Breath to get that second chance. He gets the offensive board, gives it to McMorris. McMorris gets fouled, shooting free throws.
So free throws are probably going to play a major role in tonight's game.
No doubt
see
about
that it does every close game. 1 minute left. Tulsa is up 9-5. Terry's got one more free throw here. He can cut the deficit to 3 if he can make this free throw right here. And he does. So that's good. Douglas has a little bit of momentum right now, and they've stepped up their game defensively. They're only down by 3. It's been a hard-fought first quarter.
It has. McMorris has all 6 points for Douglas so far.
Here's Tulsa with a great look. Misses the shot. Landry Ballard gets the ball. Throws it cross-court to Devon Scott, who's going to attack the rim. Gets it blocked.
Wow.
But he pushes Devon Scott to the floor. Are they going to call a foul on him?
I don't know. It was a clean block, but like you said, after the block, there was some contact. I don't know if they're going to call a foul or not.
I think they called well, it could have been out of bounds.
It was definitely out of bounds on the block.
So no foul. They're just going to say it was out of bounds on Tulsa Victory Christian. Here's Terry McMorris. He's got to fight through a double team. Now they call a reach-in foul. And I think he got slapped across the face or something was up like that. I'll give him credit. Tulsa Victory Christian's aggressive.
They're playing hard, and they're playing discipline.
I don't think they're surprised by how talented Douglas is. If you watch the last game, then you should be expecting a tough basketball game, and they give them credit. They're here to play. Here's Terry McMorris. He's going to drive baseline, puts up the shot, no good. Chris Mason with the block. 6'6" player on 6'6" player.
Yeah. So they like Mason defending the rim, and he has showed it the last 2 possessions, 2 blocks in a row. However, Douglas has the ball still.
They're going to throw in the inbounds pass from the baseline. Gives it to Scott, to McMorris. He's going to hand off to Jaden Williams for 3. Nails it. Douglas needed that, and they got it to tie the game up 9-9 with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Here comes Victory Christian. They get it across half court. Farquhar's yelling for the ball in the corner. Chris Mason's going to take it himself, put up the shot, no good. Travel.
He definitely traveled.
Douglas gets the ball back.
Yes, great defense by Douglas. And what a shot by one of the East Side Splash Bros, Jaden Williams, to tie this at 9. 9 seconds left to go.
Douglas going to try and get the last shot of the first quarter here. Terry McMorris with the basket. 3 seconds left. Has to shoot. Does. No good. Landry Ballard puts up the putback, doesn't get it to fall, and that's the end of the first quarter. I hope you've got your seatbelt on, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9-9, but that is about as hard a fought 9-9 first quarter as I've seen all season long. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to see this. Again, we are streaming video of this game on the All City Sports YouTube page. You can find it on YouTube. Hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any future action. Let's go to the comments section, Mr. Neal. We've got it pulled up here. Raymond Alexander says go to regular YouTube and look for the link. Douglas Hezo Trey said Douglas by 15. I don't know if we'll see that tonight. Maybe so. It's a long game.
Close game right now.
Patrick McCoffman says relax. They've been here before. Patrick McCoffman is a former Douglas Trojan basketball and football star.
We've seen it. They were battle-tested by Northwest Classen.
He's
pulled it out
in
in a close one.
Let's see. DeAndre Foster said, y'all are welcome for the Eastside Splash Brothers tag. Reverend Homeboy.
Shout out Reverend Homeboy.
Oh, there we go.
That's right.
Love that. Love that. They like that line. We're gonna have to keep that. We're gonna have to make T-shirts on that. Let's see. The Truth YT is in the game, is in the comment section as well. We thank you guys for tuning in and commenting on the broadcast. We've got a heck of a game here, and we're going to get this second quarter underway right now. Tulsa Victory Christian with the basketball tie ball game, and number 2 Aiden Hamilton's in the game for them. Chris Mason's still in there, the 6'6" player for Tulsa Victory Christian, and we've got a travel by Aiden Hamilton, who's fresh on the floor.
That's right.
And he's going through a little bit of rust, but that's okay.
Let's see if Douglas can capitalize on that quick turnover to start the second quarter.
Jaden Williams gives it right back to Landry Ballard. He's going to call out the play, taking direction from Coach Steven Alexander. He dribbles left. Now he fakes, kicks it to the corner to Jaden Williams, who throws cross court to Devon Scott. Thought he was going to shoot, but doesn't. Give it up. They're just moving the basketball. Jace Breath at the high post. And he thought he was going to give it to Devon Scott. He wasn't where he thought he was. That's a quick turnover by Douglas. Passed it out of bounds. Tulsa Victory basketball. Got to limit those mistakes. The area of error. The margin of error. Thank you.
Very thin.
So small in this game. Here's Chris Mason with the turnaround left-handed jumper for Tulsa Victory and makes it. They go up 11-9 with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Here's Douglas. Landry Ballard Jr. puts up the shot. He's fouled. Shot doesn't fall, but he's going to the free throw line. And Landry Ballard has a very high shooting percentage from the stripe. And I feel confident he can score some points via free throws right here. They need to, as a team, overall, really need to win the free throw contest tonight and stay ahead of their opponent. Makes the first one.
And they really need to keep penetrating the lane, keep getting down low and putting Victory's defense in a tough position, because Victory wants them to keep settling for the outside shot. But Douglas is so talented when they get to the rim. If they can keep doing that consistently, it's going to be in their favor.
And drawing those fouls
no
as
doubt.
well. All right, so here comes Tulsa Victory under 7 minutes to play. Ballard missed the second free throw, so Douglas is down by 1. Here's Victory Christian. Just moving the basketball through it in the corner to Farquhar. I'm sorry, that's Hamilton. They get it to Doctor, who then tried to get it to Farquhar. Hamilton at the wing gives it to Doctor, who's guarded by Jaden.
He traveled again.
He traveled.
Picked up his pivot foot.
These referees are on it. They are looking for it.
They're calling a really tight game, turnovers and fouls wise.
If you're a player, no, you've got to focus. You've got to do the fundamentals right. They will pick you for that mistake. Here's Jaden Williams for 3. Got it! That was a big shot to take the lead. Way to go by that sophomore guard from Douglas, Jaden Williams.
2 huge back-to-back three-pointers by Jaden Williams. He has a flamethrower for a right arm.
Farquhar's turn for 3, no good. Rebounded Corey Holman, another 6'6", who passes to his 6'6" teammate Terry McMorris. They give it to Landry Ballard, who's going to attack the rim, kick it out to Jaden Williams. Gives it back to Ballard. He's right along the three-point line, taking direction from Coach Steven Alexander. They've got different plays that they want to execute. And did he step out of bounds?
I think he did. That is so wild because the finish up and under was unreal.
That was a missed opportunity
Wow.
by Douglas. He was going to have a really good look at a shot, but he stepped out of bounds, so that's going to be another turnover and give the ball back to Tulsa Victory Christian. They're down by 2. And Chris Mason, the 6'6" Tulsa Victory Christian player, drove towards the basket. We've got a foul called
On Corey Holman. He hacked his arm. Like I said, these refs are calling a really tight game, calling a lot of real ticky-tack fouls, so got to be careful and not be too handsy on the defensive side.
It's not a shooting foul. It's on the floor, so they'll inbound the pass from the baseline. Throws it over to Hamilton, who's guarded by Devon Scott. And they hand it to Michael Doctor. Kick it back to Hamilton. Down low to Chris Mason. Terry McMorris all over him and knocks the ball free. Devon Scott comes up with it. What a great defensive play by the Trojans. Here is Landry Ballard. He's going to go up, draw the foul.
Love it.
That's exactly what you were just talking about, Dylan, and it's like they're listening to you. He didn't make the shot. I don't know if he really had a shot had a chance to make the shot, but he draws the foul. He's going to get 2 free throws. And I don't think the Tulsa Victory Christian sideline is liking the officiating.
Hey,
but
it's going both ways.
Sorry.
It is what it is. Adapt and overcome.
Okay, so that's going to be that foul is on the floor. It's not a shooting foul. I thought it was a shooting foul.
Me too.
Here's Terry McMorris, hands to Ballard. Back to McMorris. He's in the corner. He's trying to drive. He backs up, turns around, left-handed jumper, in and out. No good. Tulsa Victory comes up with the defensive rebound.
Had a really good look, just couldn't get it to fall.
1 possession game. Tulsa's down by 2 here to Douglas. And Jaden Williams is all over Farquhar. Hands it to Michael Doctor of Tulsa Victory. Back to Farquhar. Down low to Chris Mason, who then puts up the shot off the glass, draws the foul, and 1. Corey Holman was defending him as best he could, but give Chris Mason his due.
Yeah, he's a talented kid.
That was a hard-worked play right there, and he was successful at. So not only did Tulsa Victory tie the game to 13, but they have a shot to take the lead if he can make this free throw.
Yep, we will see. This game is going to go back and forth. I just have that type of feeling.
It's going to come down to the end. I just have a feeling that this is going to be a 1-possession difference. Bounces around, in and out. Still tie ball game. Douglas has it. Devon Scott for 3. Oh, in and out. He had such a good look there in the corner, just didn't get it to fall, so Tulsa gets the ball back. Tulsa Victory Christian. Here's Chris Mason, pulls up for the jump shot, gets it to fall. They're up by 2.
That was nice. Created the separation, elevated, and knocked down the mid-range shot.
And Douglas doesn't think twice. They just go right back to executing their offense. If you're Tulsa Victory Christian, you got to get back on defense quick. Here's Terry McMorris. He's driving, finds some room. Turn around, fadeaway jumper, and it's money.
He hits him with the Dirk step-back fadeaway. That was nasty by McMorris.
15-15. Douglas Trojans on top. Well, it's tied. That was just they scored last. Oh, what ball movement. And what a block by Jaden Williams. What a block to save them from scoring. Here's Farquhar for 3, and Jaden Williams with the rebound. Great defensive player by the sophomore. Here's Landry Ballard, passes it to Terry, and he can't get it to fall. And Landry Ballard caught the rebound in the air and tried to put it back up. Did they call is that a shooting foul?
It is a foul. Landry Ballard is at the free throw line now. That is just a hustle play. You don't coach that. Ballard just wants it right now, so he followed McMorris' shot. He's there for the offensive board, and now he has an opportunity to knock down some free throws.
All right, here's the first shot. It's good. Douglas on top by 1, 16-15. They have a shot.
Another lead change.
It's another. I think we're going to experience quite a few tonight. But Douglas making some changes. Corey Holman's coming out to take a breather. I think Terry McMorris is too, or he might be just getting a drink real quick. Here's the second shot. It's good. Landry Ballard Jr. made both his free throws. Douglas up by 2, but Tulsa Victory has the basketball. And they're trying to fight through this full court press, and Douglas is making it tough on them. Really good job. Has to force Tulsa Victory Christian to call a timeout. That's a great defensive stretch there by the Douglas Trojans.
No doubt about it.
We appreciate everybody tuning into the broadcast. We'll go back to the comments here. Alvin Smith says, Terry, the truth, pride of the East Side.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Raymond Alexander says, good job, Jay Will. Patrick McCaufman says, you can't defend us and outscore us all night. Conditioning is key, and I do think Douglas is well conditioned. Without question. Chris Flowers said, I reviewed that play, and he didn't step out of bounds.
Oh, my gosh. That was such a beautiful finish up and under Landry Ballard. That's unfortunate.
Amanda May says, let's go, Jay Will. Hezo Trey said, yeah, us Douglas alumni is in the house. That's very true. Very true.
Gotta love it.
I see the athletic director, Carlos, over there on that side. He feels like he's chewing his nails.
Carlos is a good dude.
Let's see how this game. Don't get too upset about it. This is going to be a tough game, that's for sure. Okay, Tulsa victory with the basketball. Landry Ballard making a defensive play. He goes out of bounds, but he almost made
Landry
the steal.
Ballard. Yeah, great effort by Ballard, no doubt about that.
3:22 left in the second quarter. Douglas is up by 2 points, 17-15. Tulsa Victory Christian has a shot. 3-point shot, in fact, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Terry McMorris, unbelievable rebound. He was going out of bounds and somehow got the ball back into bounds, into the field of play to Jay Spreth. Now they're operating their half-court offense. Landry Ballard Jr., jump shot, gets it to fall.
What a shot by Ballard in traffic, elevates over the defender to knock down the 2-point Jay.
Tulsa Victory Christian down by 4. It's a 2-possession game. They've got the basketball. Michael Doctor moving the ball around. Chris Mason has it at the top of the key. Gives it back to Jordan Brown. Now Evan McGlure has it. They give it back to
It's a turnover on
Hamilton.
Victory. Jaden Williams had his hands up. No contact at all. Just great defense by Williams. So Douglas gets the basketball
I'm trying
back.
to become more familiar with these players with Tulsa Victory Christian. We haven't broadcasted any of their games this season, so it may take me a second to give you their correct government name, if you will. But you're right. That was a turnover by Tulsa Victory Christian. Douglas with the basketball, up 4, 2.5 to play in the second quarter. Landry Ballard Jr., I take that shot, or I'd think about it. Now he's going to lose it, and Terry McMorris has it. Now they've got a steal from Tulsa Victory Christian. Listen, this sequence has gotten interesting.
I think there was a foul before the shot attempt.
Somewhere along the way,
yeah,
Landry Ballard, was it just a bad pass and Terry McMorris was having to save it from going out of bounds?
They just weren't ready for the pass.
Okay. So Victory Christian is going to get the ball back. Down 4 points. Oh, stolen by Jaden Williams. What a defensive play by him to give Douglas the ball back. Now we've got a timeout by Steven Alexander, and I think that was the greatest timeout call I've seen all season because he was losing control of the basketball, but the referee's going to give Douglas credit for the timeout. It's going to save them from committing the turnover. They will have the ball after this 60-second timeout. My goodness.
That's huge because every possession is so vital right now in this basketball game. Douglas is up by 4, and it's late in the second quarter. We've seen the game go back and forth. Every team's going to go on their run tonight. It's just a matter of who's going to finish the strongest. Only time will tell.
DeAndre Foster said Trey was one of the last Douglas Trojan basketball state champions. Let's see. Jay Will said John Marshall better. Okay.
Well, we called that game this year.
It
didn't go very well for John Marshall.
I think Douglas won by, 40?
They won by a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was up with that comment, but that's okay. Yeah. So appreciate everybody tuning in the All City Sports YouTube page. If you've got a cellular device, an iPad, or a computer at home, you can watch the game straight from your cell phone, tablet, or computer, or you can just continue listening to CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM HD1 here. We are doing this game live over the radio as well. So Landry Ballard will get the basketball. Douglas in good position right now. They're up 4 with the basketball. Here's a jump shot by Ballard. It bounces around and falls in the hoop. They're up by 6.
The handles to create separation were disgusting, and Ballard knocks another one down.
All right, Evan McGlure gives the ball to Mason. Tulsa Victory is just really having to work hard to get the ball past half court. get it in the corner. Three-pointer shot by them, no good. Rebounded Devon Scott, who's going to push it up the floor. Gives it back to Ballard. He's going to move around. Another jump shot.
He's
Boom!
feeling it, Swick. Ballard is heating up from the mid-range. That is his shot. That's the third in a row. You got to put a hand in his face. If you don't, he's going to make you pay.
He seems to be on fire right now. I would certainly give him the basketball. Overthrown, and that's a backcourt violation for Tulsa Victory Christian.
Yes, it is.
Douglas has all the momentum. They started off slow, but now they've picked up. Now they're playing Douglas Trojan basketball right now, and you got to love it. And Steven Alexander was basically applauding his team. What good team defense right there to force Tulsa Victory into a situation where they got called for the backcourt call. So Landry Ballard, he scored the last several points. He's got the basketball. Now they're double teaming, and they find Devon Scott down low. Now he kicks out to Jace Breath for three, no good. Rebounded Tulsa Victory. Under a minute left until halftime. Douglas up 23-15. Victory Christian with the basketball. Here's Michael Doctor at the top of the key for Tulsa Victory. He's trying to match up there with Landry Ballard. They get it down low to Mason, kick it back out. Thought he was going to take a three-point shot, gave it to Farquhar, who will take a three-point shot and get it.
Tough shot.
Beautiful shot for Tulsa Victory, and they needed that, to be honest.
They really did.
Cut the deficit a little bit. Here's Devon Scott, who's chasing the basketball. And there's going to be a foul called on Tulsa Victory Christian. I think that's a reach-in foul.
It is. It's going to be on number 0, Tai Wu, the senior for Victory Christian.
Okay. This is just a very fast
And it's going to be a shooting foul.
Is it? Okay.
So Devon Scott's going to the free throw line.
Aren't they in the bonus now?
They are.
Okay, so he'll have a 1-and-1 here. And Devon Scott will have an opportunity to increase their lead. And he makes the first one.
Yes, sir.
Would you say he's their best three-point threat?
I can't. It's either him or Jaden Williams.
Jaden Williams will hit some. Landry Ballard Jr. will hit some as well.
Landry's amazing from the mid-range. I love his mid-range game.
All right, so he misses the second one. Douglas up 6, trying to fight and play out the rest of these 17 seconds. Here's Farquhar for 3 again, no good. Rebounded Jaden Williams. Landry Ballard, 10 seconds left. He's going to attack the rim. It certainly looked like he is. Jaden Williams thought he was going to pull up. They're going to call for a travel.
Tough call.
It's like his foot slid ever so slightly, and the ref picked it up.
Yeah, he's pretty mad at himself, but he'll make up for it. He's a great player.
4.53 seconds left until halftime. Like I said, Douglas up 6. Tulsa Victory with the basketball. They're going to have to fight through this full court press to get a shot. 2 seconds left. They put up the shot. It's long. No good. It was too close for comfort. But
it was very close. It
did not fall.
What a first half here in Chakota, Oklahoma. We got Douglas on top, 24-18 over Victory Christian from Tulsa. We knew Douglas would get past those first quarter jitters, and they did just that.
I'll tell you what, one of the standout players that first half is Landry Ballard Jr.
100%.
And it's kind of a different guy every night. And I'm just glad to see that they're smart enough, and I'm talking about Douglas, they're a smart enough basketball team that they know who to give the ball to, who's got the hot hand.
That's
Let's
right.
defer to that player.
Yep.
Very unselfish basketball team. If it's Terry McMorris one night, they'll make sure he gets his chances.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Jace Breath one night, they'll make sure he gets his chances. Last game is Devon Scott. Tonight, in the first half at least, it's Landry Ballard Jr. So hard-fought first half, and I love the grit that Douglas has played with. They started off slow. Remember, they had 2 or 3 turnovers in the first minute.
It's not like them at all.
Right. They don't typically start off that way. But they finished strong. They're up 6 at half. That's right where they need to be. We're going to take a quick timeout and come back and talk a little bit about what we expect to come on the second half. And then we will get the second half underway. Anything new in the comments, Conan? DeAndre Foster, that conditioning Pat mentioned above, Patrick McCaughan, he said we outlast. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that.
Their conditioning is pretty on par.
And that starts in the offseason. Alexander has a great off-season program for Douglas.
Amanda May says, it's okay, Jay Will. We're cheering for you from home. Alvin Smith said Landry Ballard Jr. is leading his team tonight. There's no doubt about it. Southside 405 J-Dub said this is a good game. Hezo Trey said, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap this thing up.
Well, they got the lead.
Wants to get the dub and get out of here. Rochelle Chapman said, proud of my nephew, Devon Scott. We're watching him. Let's see here. Yeah, some really good stuff. And I love to read comments from Patrick McCaughan. We had such a good time throughout his high school career calling him, watching him and broadcasting him playing sports on the football and basketball field. He said, well, last year they made it to the area with 5 freshmen and 1 senior.
Impressive.
And that came off the bench. So these kids are seasoned. They just need a threat at the 5 position. And there are several different players that can play the 5 for Douglas. There's not just a set center. You know, Jay Spreth could play it. Terry McMorris can play it. Corey Holman can play it. You know, they've got some options there. Caleb Moore can come in and play it. So they've got some players, and we're seeing them get matched up against tonight. 6-point lead by Douglas. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back and get this third quarter underway. Douglas is up 24-18 at halftime. We'll be back shortly with the third quarter.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to listen to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
We are sports. OKC's CBS Sports Radio, KINB-FM, 105.3 HD1, Kingfisher, Oklahoma City, a Perry broadcasting station.
If you're looking to get a new car, you could really cut expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive. Sure, you love your old car, but you know it's not normal to give instructions on how to open the window. It should be self-explanatory, but it's not. And notice how when you're in other people's cars, you can feel cushion in the seats? That's pretty nice, right? No, it's just normal. So bundle your renter's and car insurance with Progressive and put the savings toward a new car. It's time. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
No act of kindness is too small, and to some, it means everything. It's in your power to prove life is truly a gift and not a possession to hide away. You have the opportunity to comfort the neighbors around us who deserve happier, healthier lives. At the United Way of Central Oklahoma, our partner agencies help thousands of children, adults, and families journey through grief, poverty, and so many struggles. So consider giving today at UnitedWayOKC.org.
The Upshaws is a true return to the funny and complicated family sitcom starring Mike Epps, Wanda Sykes, and Kim Fields. The Upshaws Part 3 brings everything you want in comedy, ups and downs, new jobs, bigger dreams, major life surprises, and the proof that family is the greatest gift with the worst return policy. The show is also produced by Mike Epps, Wanda Sykes, and by Regina Hicks from shows like Girlfriends and Insecure. New episodes of The Upshaws now streaming only on Netflix.
Are you looking to rent a car? Better yet, do you need to rent a car but don't want to go through the hassle? If you said yes, let the professionals at A Plus Rent a Car put you in a rental vehicle today. They have low rates, and the only requirements to rent a vehicle is you must be at least 21 years of age with a valid license, utility bill, and lease. Deposits are as low as $100. That's it. Low daily and weekly rental rates are available and great cars to choose from. A Plus Rent a Car is located at 2906 Northwest 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. Check out our website at apluscarental.com or call 405-602-0000. That's 405-602-0000 for A Plus Rent a Car. They accept cash, debit, prepaid, and credit cards.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
First Security Bank and Trust Company proudly serves our community and believes we have the responsibility to help it prosper. Bank with people you know and trust, right here in our community. First Security Bank and Trust offers customized personal, small business, and commercial financial products and services to meet your specific needs. To discuss your personal or business needs, visit us today at 1541 Northeast 23rd Street. Give us a call at 405.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
And advocates in discussing ways to continue moving the needle toward renewed purpose. Join the conversation at blackamericaweb.com/conversation. Through the community, we can share ideas on ways to work together to help end the HIV epidemic.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. Well, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or get it right the first time with eBay Motors Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, over 122 million parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride.
Every Monday, tune in at 6 p.m. for the Metro Tech Oklahoma City Public School Athletics Coaches Show. This great show will give a live, in-depth look at all athletic sports programs at Oklahoma City Public Schools. Hosted by former OU Sooner and John Marshall Bear standout Michael McDaniel. This show airs live from Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark in downtown Oklahoma City. Listen on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 or with our app streamed by PPBC and watch on our All Sports YouTube page. It's Oklahoma City Public Schools Athletics Coaches Show, sponsored by Metro Tech and CBS Sports Radio 105.3 HD1.
And we're back. It's halftime. Here at the Douglas Trojan basketball playoff game, regional round between the Tulsa Victory Christian. Is it the Tulsa Victory Christians or is Tulsa Victory Christian something, right?
It is something, but we did not pick up the mascot.
I'm not sure who their mascot is, and to be honest, I don't really care. It's all about the Oklahoma City schools.
It's all about the mighty Trojans,
right? Like we've got to pay homage to the Oklahoma City schools.
That's
Tulsa
right.
gets enough love. They've got the football thing going on. Way to go! Blah blah blah. This is where basketball is at.
That's right.
All right, so going to get this third quarter underway. Douglas is up 6, 24-18. Started off slow, but finished really strong. Landry Ballard Jr. was the first half player of the half.
For sure.
He went through a stretch where he scored 6 or 8, uncontested shots in a row. And he's the main reason they're up by 6 right now. Here's third quarter underway. Douglas with the basketball. Landry Ballard hands off to Devon Scott, gets it to McMorris, drives baseline, turn around, decides to give it back to Ballard. Terry McMorris has been very effective. He had a nice fadeaway jump shot earlier. He's going to take one right now, misses it, gets his own rebound, and puts up his second shot, gets it blocked. It goes out of bounds. I think it's going to be Douglas basketball. That was a good defensive play.
It was.
By Tulsa Victory Christian. So Landry Ballard will throw the ball to the top of the key to Devon Scott. Thought he was going to pull up. Hands off to McMorris. He drives right. Gives it back to Ballard. Ballard with a long jump shot, and in and out.
It's a good look, though. I'll live with that shot all day. Just didn't fall.
Tulsa Victory has the basketball. They're going to throw it to, let's see, they're going to get it down to the block.
That's Mason.
And Jace Breath has to be all over him, and now they're going to throw a three-point shot up in the air. Michael Doctor does, no good. Rebounded Terry McMorris, who's going to push it up the court. Douglas forces the opponents to get back on defense as quick as anybody in the state. He gets it stolen. What a play by Michael Doctor of Victory Christian. He's going to drive to the bucket, puts up the shot, no good. And they're going to call a charge on Landry Ballard, or an offensive
foul on Doctor.
On Doctor. Beautiful charge taken by Landry Ballard Jr. That's exactly what you wanted him to do, and he did it. So Douglas gets the ball back. Jace Breath with it, gives it back to Ballard. 6:45, early third quarter. Nobody scored in the second half yet. Landry Ballard is overlooking the defense. He's right there on the wing.
Trying to get it to McMorris.
Calling out some plays, getting some screens. Gives it to Williams, gives it back to Ballard. He gives it to Terry McMorris. Turn around, left hand, can't get it to fall. Victory Christian with the rebound. Still nobody scored yet. Chris Mason of Tulsa Victory, and they're going to call a foul on Douglas.
Yeah, Jace Breath got his hands. He tried to go for the ball and get a jump ball. However, they're going to call it a foul. It's going to be on the floor, though, so Victory Christian is going to throw it in from the baseline.
Victory Christian wanted it to be a shooting foul because they're not going to get very many open shots here tonight. Chris Mason of Tulsa Victory gets the bucket off the inbounds pass from the baseline. Here comes Douglas. Jaden Williams for three. No good. And we've got a whistle here. I'm not sure what the call is.
It's a foul away from the ball. Yeah, it was down low. So
and it's
Douglas
on
keeps
Tulsa.
It.
It's on Tulsa Victory Christian. So Douglas will inbound the basketball from the baseline. Landry Ballard will be the one to do that. He throws it over to Terry McMorris. Really good player to go to. He drives the bucket. And they're going to call a offensive foul on Terry McMorris. And he used his elbow to create some room. That's a no-no. That will be his second foul of tonight. We do not want to see Terry McMorris get into foul trouble. So he's going to come out of the game. Corey Holman, the sophomore, the 6'6" forward, is coming into the game for Douglas. Here's Victory Christian with the basketball. And again, they're going to be fighting through this full court press. And it's kind of a mixture between, it's like a zone. Almost stolen by Devon Scott. Are they going to call a foul? There's some sort of whistle on the floor. I'm not sure what it was.
It's against Victory Christian. So I don't know what it was, but Douglas is going to get the basketball. What an effort by Devon Scott.
No doubt about it. Douglas is the aggressor when it comes to the defensive end. They're forcing turnovers, and they did it right there. Landry Ballard on the wing. He's waiting for somebody to come open. Dishes in the corner to Jaden Williams, who gives it down to Jace Breath off the block. He's going to try and bump and turn around. Jump shot, no good. Michael Doctor of Tulsa Victory Christian with the rebound. Doctor's going to move it cross court. Almost threw it out of bounds, but it stayed inbounds. Tulsa Victory still has the basketball. Chris Mason with the ball. He's D'd up by Jace Breath. They get it in the corner. Three-point shot, no good. Rebounded. Landry Ballard Jr. He's going to push the ball up the court. He may attack the rim, and he does. Gets fouled in the process. Shot is no good. In fact, I thought it was blocked. But they're going to say, hey, no, it wasn't just a block. It was a foul. So Landry Ballard, again, is going to the free throw line.
Yep, he is a big reason they have this lead.
And I've been worried about Landry Ballard lately because I think it was 2 games ago he twisted his ankle a little bit.
That was against Northwest Classen at the very end of the game.
And he's been able to come back, and he looks back to full strength.
Yeah, he's a one-man fast break.
And you just never know with those ankle injuries. Sometimes they can linger, and sometimes you can get over it, but they're young. They go through treatment on it, and he's back healthy. And he
knocks down both free throws.
Hits the free throws to go back up by 6 again. So 26-20, Douglas with the lead. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Jace Breath almost got the steal. They're going to call it a kickball because he stuck his foot out there to stop the pass from being completed.
It's okay. That's a great effort. So we're going to see if they can
Evan
keep
McGlure,
that same mentality on defense.
We'll throw into Michael Doctor of Tulsa Victory Christian. He's going to operate it. Back to McGlure. Now they get it to the corner. They get double teamed. Landry Ballard, Jace Breath was all over. Now they're moving the ball on the other side of the court, trying to get a shot. Devon Scott is creating some defensive plays and forced Tulsa Victory to commit the turnover.
What an effort by him. A great defensive presence right there, close to the out-of-bounds line, and he creates the turnover.
I think this lineup right here, and mind you, Terry McMorris isn't on the floor, but this is a strong defense by Douglas when you have these 5 players on the floor.
100%.
Landry Ballard for 3. Got it!
I told you he loves the mid-range, and he knocks it down. Once again, that's his 4th mid-range shot on the night. And we got Douglas up by 8.
What a play. I guess they're going to say that was a 2-pointer. We've got a reach-in foul on Devon Scott. See how many fouls he has. I don't think he has many. That may be his second.
Yeah, he's been playing clean defense, aggressive defense, but clean defense.
Douglas up 28-20. Tulsa Victory Christian with the basketball. 4:24 left in the third quarter. They're moving the basketball right around the arc, trying to find a shot, but these Trojans are all over them. Just really, here's Chris Mason. I think he's easily the best player for Tulsa Victory. Turnaround jumper, he makes it.
That turnaround, Jay, by Mason was elite.
That's
Douglas
hard
is off
to
to the
defend.
races once again.
Here's Jaden Williams. Gives it back to Landry Ballard Jr., who's going to drive, pulls up the jump shot, and gets it to fall. He's on fire, ladies and gentlemen.
Mid-range money ball. Landry Ballard, he is red hot.
And they keep deferring to him. They know who has the hot hand. Well, that's got to be a charge.
It is.
I thought it was a block. I thought he called a blocking foul.
I thought Holman took that like a champ.
I did too.
Unfortunate.
So they are going to call Corey Holman, the sophomore, for the blocking foul. It could have went either way.
It could have. That's a 50-50 play every time. Always a tough one for the ref to make that on the fly.
So Tulsa Victory Christian's making some substitutions. Probably will see Terry McMorris more in the fourth quarter. He's got 2 or 3 fouls on him right now. And 3-point attempt by Tulsa Victory, no good. Rebounded, Jace Brett, the senior for Douglas. Here's Landry Ballard Jr. again, no good. Thought that shot may have fallen. Oh, what a defensive play by Landry Ballard Jr. He misses the shot offensively. But he creates he makes Tulsa Victory Christian give up the basketball.
Yep, and Jace Breath gets it, makes the smart timeout call because he's on the ground. And Alexander has his boys in the huddle. He's going to get them right, get them focused. They got an 8-point lead now.
I just feel like Douglas is prepared for any situation. They're so well coached.
Battle tested.
Steven Alexander goes over as many scenarios as he can possibly think of in his head. Relays it to his players, so they are well aware on what to do on unique situations. Let's go to the comment section. Dre Stubbs said Ballard's unconscious from mid-range.
He is, man.
Crystal Foster said, woo! Hey, Ric Flair. Woo! And Michael Chapman says, let's go D. Scott. Devon Scott. Alvin Smith said, keep attacking the basket, Landry. Keep sending him to the line. I love it. Pride of the East Side.
Let's get it.
All right, so Landry Ballard gets the ball. They're up 8, 3:20 left in the third quarter. Here's number 22. Kicks it out to Jane Williams for 3. Bang!
Shooter in the corner. That's one of the East Side Splash Bros, Jaden Williams.
Now
don't let him get started.
Now they're up 10, and it's really putting pressure on Tulsa Victory to do something offensively.
Another steal by Landry Ballard.
Beautiful defense by the Douglas Trojans. And now they got a reach-in foul on Tulsa Victory Christian, who just seems frustrated.
Yes, very much so. We've seen Douglas play great defense all year long.
Really, really solid play from the Trojans on both ends of the floor. They're in control of this game. They're up 11. Under 3 minutes to go, and they have the basketball. Jace Breath in the wing. Gave it to Landry Ballard Jr., who's got the hot hand. He dribbles right, kicks it back to Williams. Gives it back to Ballard. Now they're just taking their sweet time. They're going to run a different play and try and get some of these other players open. Landry goes right, gives it to Jaden for 3 deep. Bang!
Hand
Knocks
down,
it down.
man down. Another 3 by Jaden Williams.
Now they're increasing their lead right now, and the desperation grows for Tulsa Victory Christian. And Jaden Williams comes up from behind, tries to get the steal. They're going to call him for the reach-in foul. I thought that was a little aggressive on Jaden Williams' part.
Hey.
But I think he's hyped from making that really deep three-point shot in the corner.
Back-to-back threes by Jaden Williams. He's feeling it. Landry Ballard's feeling it. Let's see if they can do something on defense once again and create a turnover. Victory Christian has the ball. Mason at the top of the key.
And, you know, Victory Christian has got to be desperate right now to just get a bucket. Here's Chris Mason with the shot, no good.
Oh,
There
how
is
is
a
that
foul.
not an offensive foul?
They're gonna
Devon
call it-
Scott had his feet set.
So is that foul on the floor or is that a shooting foul?
Yeah, it's on the floor. They called it on Devon Scott. I don't know how. He had his feet set. Mason just bodied him to the floor.
Amanda May says, woo-hoo, that's my son. Let's go, Jay Will.
Jay Will balling. He is balling
Mama's
tonight.
watching. That's pretty awesome. All right, so Tulsa Victory Christian with the basketball. Thought they were going to pull up for 3 in the corner, but they give it to Doctor. He's going to shoot right there. In and out. Rebounded. Landry Ballard Jr. pushes it up the court to Devon Scott. He's going to attack the basket. No good. Victory Christian with the rebound. Minute 45 left. Down 36-22, but Douglas has, okay, Tulsa Victory has the basketball. They're going to try a three-point shot and succeed. That was Farquhar from deep.
That was
Cuts
a needed
the
3 by Farquhar.
Now they're down by 11, but Douglas has the basketball with under a minute and a half in this third quarter, up by 11, 36-25. And Stephen Alexander is communicating with his team, telling them what to do. Might as well. You got an 11-point lead. Why not?
Yeah, 11-point lead. A minute 11 left.
So Landry's going to give it to Devon Scott, back to Ballard. They're going to take their time.
Take your time unless you got a shot that you absolutely love.
They'd love to get the last shot of the third quarter, and, man, you better put somebody on Devon Scott right there
because
he can
from anywhere.
He can hit that. He's going to attack it, puts up the jump shot, no good. Rebounded Tulsa Victory Christian. Chris Mason with the basketball. He's going to drive, pulls up from the free throw line, gets it to fall. So now
Nice
it's a
shot.
9-point difference. And Tulsa Victory is going to call a timeout. What? What's going on here? What I miss here?
There was they're going to call something. We're blocked. We got some fans in our view. We couldn't actually see what happened. Nonetheless, Victory Christian is going to get the basketball right back with 38 seconds left in the third quarter. And we got some subs. Terry McMorris is going to come right back out. Jace Breath in with Corey Holman down low.
Devon Scott was called for the foul. That was only his second foul, which is good. I have no clue what's going on right now on the court and what they're talking about.
Yeah,
what
we
the
couldn't
issue
see
was.
it. We got some fans.
I know the camera's a little bit closer to the court for everybody that sees it from the All City Sports YouTube vantage point. We're a little bit higher up and a little bit further away. So the referees are having their own little conference meeting right now at midcourt for whatever reason.
Having a powwow.
38 seconds
basket.
left in the third quarter. Douglas is up 36-27.
Douglas went on a run, and Victory Christian answered that run with the 3 from Farquhar and then a mid-range ball by Mason. So they're only down by 9.
So Victory Christian will inbound the basketball from the baseline here with 38 seconds left. And they get rid of it to the corner. Now it goes to the top of the key. Now it goes the other side of the corner. Farquhar gets it down low to Chris Mason.
Called a push in the back on Holman. He had his hands straight up. Don't know about that call, but these refs have been calling it tight all night.
They're quickly approaching the bonus. And so Victory Christian's going to make some substitutions. 31 seconds left in the third quarter. And they are in the bonus. So Chris Mason will go to the free throw line to try and cut it down to 7. Douglas was up by 13 just a little while ago. Here's Chris Mason, the 6'6" forward for Tulsa Victory Christian. He makes his first free throw, so he'll get another one.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to try to get him heavily involved in this fourth quarter.
Misses the second one, rebounded Corey Holman. Landry Ballard with the basketball, pushing it up the court.
Now they're going to hold it for the last
25
shot.
seconds left. 8-point difference. Douglas is up 36-28. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. He's just holding on to the basketball, waiting it till it gets about 10 seconds. Then he'll start running his offense. 8 seconds left. Here comes Landry Ballard. Drives, puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded Tulsa Victory Christian. They're pushing up the floor. They're going to run out of time. Jaden Williams had the steal at the end of the play, but the time had ran out. So Douglas is up 36-28 going into the fourth quarter.
Close game.
This is
just like we thought.
This is a really good basketball game, and
that's what happens when you get deep in the playoffs.
Felt like Douglas really came out hot in the third quarter, and Tulsa kind of worked their way back. So Douglas worked their lead up to 13.
Yep.
Now it's an 8-point game going into the fourth, so got to get back on track. Douglas will make some adjustments. Plus, they'll get Terry McMorris.
They need him down
back.
the stretch.
He didn't play a lot of the third quarter because they don't want to get him in foul trouble. So I imagine he'll play the majority of the fourth here. Landry Ballard Jr. has been making some plays. Jaden Williams has made some big plays, offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
He's made some significant threes, and he's created some turnovers to give Douglas the extra opportunities to score more points. So it's really interesting game, and I feel like Douglas has adjusted to Chris Mason.
They have.
He is Tulsa Victory Christian's best player, and they've made it a lot tougher this second half on him to get buckets. He was scoring left and right at the beginning of the game, but he's since cooled down. So want to thank our sponsors for tonight, Super Prep OK on Instagram. They're also on Facebook and Twitter. Give them a follow if you want to stay in the know on everything high school basketball and everything high school athletics. Langston University, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Let's go to the comments section. Dre Stubbs said Holman didn't even push the dude. I just rewound the stream and saw it myself.
He didn't. I agree.
DeAndre Foster said he didn't push him at all. Michael Chapman said, let's go. This game is close. Let's close this game out, is what he said.
Fourth quarter, put your fours up.
Jaden
Jaden Williams with the turnover.
Doing what he does. Here come the Douglas Trojans. Landry Ballard Jr. wide open at the top of the key. I don't know why Michael Doctor is daring him to take that three. I would have done it. Here's Terry McMorris at the block. Gives it to Jace Brett, who gets it blocked. But
with contact.
Yep. So he is fouled. He will go to the line.
That's what
for
you
two.
want.
That's
you
fine.
want Mason getting in foul trouble.
Exactly. You want to send Jace Breath or any other Douglas Trojan to the free throw line. Let Victory Christian, hike up those fouls.
Yeah, especially Mason, because he's their presence down low. No doubt
Jace
about it.
Breath, and it bounces around but goes in. They're up by 9, 37-28. 7.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Now, here's the thing. Both teams will move on to area. No, Douglas nor Tulsa Victory Christian has lost in the playoffs yet. So they're automatically going to advance to the area tournament.
But the loser has to play an extra game.
Right. The loser will have to go to the consolation bracket. It'll be tougher for them to get through it. All right, here's Victory Christian. What a block by Terry McMorris. Landry Ballard tries to get Devon Scott in the corner and overthrows him. Close pass. If Devon catches that in the corner, that's a three-point make right there.
I would agree.
But it's so interesting, and you just don't see this in every high school game. When the offense doesn't make a shot or makes a mistake, they're right back on defense. Here's Tulsa Victory for three, no good, and they're fighting for the rebound. Goes out of bounds. I think it's going to stay.
It's staying with Victory Christian. They're going to call it out on McMorris. He was battling with Mason for the rebound.
Yeah.
Good job by Jace Brett, the senior, to knock down those clutch free throws.
10-point ball game, 7:04 left in the fourth quarter. Douglas on top. Victory Christian moving the basketball. Devon Scott guarding him. Now Michael Doctor gets it. Jaden Williams is all over him. Here's Doctor, gets it down low to Mason, turn around. gets the and one. He put up the shot, made it, and got fouled in the process. I'm not exactly sure who fouled him.
Jace
we'll
Breath.
find out here in a minute.
Jace Breath.
It is, and that's only Jace Breath's second foul of the game. So they're in good position right now.
Mason's just a big, strong, tough kid, and he finishes the old school three-point play.
So now it's 7-point lead by Douglas, but they have the basketball too. So Landry Ballard directing traffic, trying to find some room to take a high percentage shot. Here's Devon Scott, gets it to Terry McMorris, who's going to drive and kicks it out to Ballard. Ballard thought about taking the three. He's right there on the wing. He's going to back up to create some room, comes off a screen, tried to move right. He'll put up the jump shot, no good. Rebounded Victory Christian. They're going to move the basketball up. Farquhar's got it right at half court. They trap him, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Breath.
Yep.
That'll be his third foul of the game.
2 quick fouls for him.
And that's going to put Victory Christian back at the free throw line. And, you know, I don't like the way this is. The tide is kind of turning right now. Now, Douglas has a comfortable lead right now, but it's starting to dwindle a little bit. They're up 7, but
basketball's a game of runs.
He makes the first one, so now Douglas is up 6. He could cut it to a 5-point ball game if he makes this second free throw. Tulsa Victory Christian kind of has the momentum right now. He makes the second one. So only a 5-point difference. Douglas needs some points to stay on top. Still a 2-possession game. Here's Devon Scott back to Ballard. Taking their sweet time. Now under 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, which is a lifetime. Scott with jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded Victory Christian.
He had an open look off the screen, just couldn't knock it down.
Now Victory Christian's kind of slowed down their half-court offense. They want to make sure and take a high percentage shot because their opportunities are going to get smaller as this game starts to finish.
I think they're trying to get it to Mason again.
And they did, and he can't get it to fall. Rebounded Douglas, Terry McMorris specifically. He's going to pull up or run up the court. He's going to slow it down and milk the clock, and I'm not mad about this. You want to milk some time each time you get possession. When you've got a 5-point lead, I'm not mad at this strategy. Here's Terry McMorris. He's going to drive. Gets the shot off the glass.
They called a travel on McMorris. I guess they think he took 3 steps instead of 2. It's unfortunate because he finished it.
Dre Stubbs, rewind your stream there and tell us what you saw. You've been doing it all night. Let us know if that was really traveled by Terry McMorris. I'm eager to find out. All right, so Tulsa Victory. Down by 5 with the basketball. They get it to Chris Mason, turns around, gets close to the basket, puts it up and makes it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if I saw a timeout right now. Tulsa has the momentum late in the fourth quarter, and
there's the timeout.
That's a smart move. You've got to call a timeout. We've seen Douglas's lead dwindle. They were up 11 points.
They were up 13.
They were up 13 at one point in the third quarter. Now they're only up 3 points.
And the big reason for that is Chris Mason for Victory Christian. They keep feeding him down low, and he's going to finish.
Oh, goodness.
He's just so strong and tough, but Douglas has got to adjust. This is the time. It's deep in the fourth quarter. Make your adjustments.
I will give credit to Tulsa Victory Christian. They've continued to fight even though they got down by 13. And because of that, they're now down by 3. But Douglas has got to get some buckets here to get that lead back up and just to take momentum back away from Victory Christian.
And you really need to deny the ball down low to Chris Mason because he's the one that's brought Victory Christian back in this basketball game.
Right, and we'll just call it like we see it. There's been some extra fouls called on Douglas in this quarter specifically. That has allowed Tulsa Victory to take advantage of the free throw line and cut this deficit. Here's Jace Breath. He's got it. Gives it to McMorris. Got it stolen. It was not a great pass by Breath. And Victory Christian's defense took full advantage. They've got the basketball down by 3. 4:25 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mason. Gives it to his teammate in the corner. He drives. Michael Doctor. Here's Farquhar for three. Bang. Did he make it?
No, he did
Oh,
not.
I thought he made it.
It was short.
Okay, good. Here's Terry McMorris. He's going to drive, and they're going to say it was a foul on the floor. Right?
Yes, it's going to be a foul on number 22, Jordan Brown. I like that. Get McMorris downhill because they have a smaller defender guarding him. It's a mismatch if he can get down low.
Victory Christian isn't in the bonus yet, but they will be after one more foul. Terry McMorris has it at the top of the key. He's going to hand it off to Landry Ballard Jr. He's going to slow it down. Now there's 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. These might be the longest 4 minutes of our life here. Cuts off a screen, puts up the floater. No, actually defers to Jace Breath. Gives it to Devon Scott, the wing. Back to Breath in the corner. He's barking out some orders to his teammates. Devon Scott has it at the top of the key. Thought he was going to pull up. Gives it back to his teammate Landry Ballard Jr. is going to step back and restart their half-court offense with 3.5 to play in the game. They get it on the block to Terry McMorris. This is a good matchup. He needs to take full advantage, but he's not in any hurry. I think they're just trying to milk this clock down.
Looks like it.
As much as possible. I know some people and spectators in the crowd are not liking it.
Out of their control.
Again, Douglas has the basketball. 3:08 left in the fourth. The Trojans are up 38-35. And Tulsa Victory's side is not liking
Yeah, they're booing
how
pretty
Douglas
hardcore right now.
is operating their offense right now. They want a chance to come back, but they can't if Terry McMorris holds on to the ball the whole time. He's going to attack it and lose control. There is a reaching foul on Tulsa Victory. That's going to put Terry McMorris at the line.
That is exactly what you want. They got Mason out at the three-point line guarding Jace Breath, so that leaves the lane somewhat open. McMorris goes downhill, gets fouled, so now he's at the free throw line, exactly where he wants to be, and he's a senior.
Dre Stubbs said he reversed the stream, and that was not a travel, that they got that
I
wrong
didn't think
for
it
Terry
was
McMorris
either.
Earlier. Let me see. Makita Scale said play smart, tight
McMorris knocks down the clutch free
DeAndre
throw.
Foster said if they don't like it, tell VCS to play some defense. Christy Foster said, oh, no. All right, so here
Terry
we go.
hit the first one.
Okay, so that's good. That makes it a two-possession game with 2:47 left in the fourth quarter. Douglas up by 4. Can they get up by 5? He'll have one more free throw to attempt. Senior Terry McMorris. Can't get it to fall. They'll stay with a 4-point lead. VCS with the basketball. Victory Christian. Michael Doctor has to get it past half court now. They're running out of time. Terry McMorris with the steal. Bow! I thought he was going to dunk it, and he missed it, and I think he got hurt as he fell off. He's still down, but Victory Christian with the basketball. Douglas only playing with 4 defenders right now. Here's a 3-point shot, and it's no good, and we've got a whistle here late.
Wow, what a crazy sequence.
Who was the foul called on?
Ballard, actually, the point guard, gets the huge rebound for Douglas. That is huge.
Douglas was only playing with 4 defenders because Terry McMorris is on the other side of the court.
Yep, and Ballard comes up with the huge rebound, and he's one of the smallest guys on the court. What an effort by that young man. It looks like McMorris is going to be able to walk off the court, so that's huge. They really need him not only in this game, but the games to come. So it's a good thing that he is at least walking. Corey Holman's going to have to sub in for a second. And I think Landry Ballard is
I'm worried about Terry McMorris right now. Now, he's up and walking.
He
I don't
walks,
know.
so that's good.
He's just walking to the locker room, towards the locker room.
The good thing is Ballard's at the free throw line.
Okay. Here we go. These are big free throws. Can't get him to fall. Can't get it to fall. So 39-35. Douglas has a 4-point lead with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. Victory Christian with the basketball. They're going to throw into the corner, and Try to get it down low to Chris Mason now. They're going to drive and attack the rim. Wow.
Jace Brett.
Wow.
With the volleyball spike block. That couldn't have come at a better time.
Wow. So Douglas
gets the ball. That was huge right there.
What a play by Jace Brett, the senior. He's going to have to take over now that Terry McMorris is hurt.
Yeah, Jace is the only senior on the basketball court for Douglas right now.
They've got 2 6'6" players, Corey Holman and Jace Brett. And Jace is going to take his time. He's going to showcase his dribbling ability and his ball handling skills. Gives it to Holman. Holman gets fouled.
Yeah, I don't understand why you gave it to him, because Victory fouled him instantly.
Well, I think, if you look at all the shooters on the floor, who's the worst at shooting free throws?
Yeah, I know. I'm saying I don't understand why Douglas passed the ball to him. Why not Jace keep it?
And that's not a shot to Corey Holman, because he can shoot free throws pretty well too. It's just, I mean, there are some snipers on the court for Douglas. Devon Scott, Landry Ballard, and Jaden Williams. And Corey Holman says, yeah, foul me. Put me at the line. Put me at the line. Put the game on my shoulders, and let me show you what I can do. And he makes the first free throw. That was a big one. They're up 5 with 1:35 left in the game. Biggest question right now, and we'll talk about it at the game, is just how hurt is Terry McMorris right now? That is concerning.
Yeah, because they need him. They really need
Trey
him.
said good block. DeAndre Foster said Corey will step up big for us. I agree with that.
He did. Made the first free throw.
Dre Stubbs says no time to get nervous. Let's go. Raymond Alexander says wow. Goodness gracious. Okay, this is what we kind of
doozy.
This is what we expected. I mean, as we get closer and closer to the state tournament, it's going to get tougher.
Yep.
The games are going to get closer.
No more home court advantage.
And one thing I do feel confident about when it comes to Douglas is they're so deep. They have a lot of depth and a lot of players that can play.
Terry McMorris is about to sub in.
Give that man a hand.
Love it.
Give that. I mean, we're on the Tulsa Victory Christian side, and so everybody's looking at us, but
that's okay.
That's all right. We're the only ones clapping him.
He's a
that's
senior.
Right.
You gotta love it.
Let's go, Corey. Oh, missed it. Still 5-point game. That's all right. 2 possessions. Victor Christian is really going to have to get. Oh, Jaden Williams almost caused a turnover. Number 15, that's Evan McGlure. Stolen.
And it is turned over.
Stolen by Holman.
Holman gets it.
Gave it to Jay Will now. Gives it to Landry Ballard. Back to Jaden Williams. Who's going to try and draw the foul. Go ahead. Foul Jaden Williams. See what happens.
Right.
He's going to shoot those free throws in his sleep.
And he's such a great defender with his long arms.
And Jace Brett has the ball in the corner. Just under a minute left. 5-point lead. Douglas with the basketball. Devon Scott. How cool would it be if Devon Scott just nailed a three-pointer and just said, hey, bye-bye. Jace Brett.
Night-night.
Here we go. Shout out to the Douglas fan base that made the 2-hour trip up here to Shakota. They're hype over there.
I love it. That is dedication to their team. And now
got a good
Douglas
turnout.
Is going to the free throw line in the most clutch moments of the game. Up by 5. Chance to make it 7. Only time will tell.
If Douglas can just stay strong on the free throw line here, they're going to win this game.
And it's the senior, Jace Brett, shooting some huge free throws, possibly some of the biggest of his life.
And like we said earlier, both teams are going to advance to the area tournament, but the loser of this game has to play an extra game if they want to make the state tournament.
Right.
So if Douglas can just hold off and win this game, they're going to be in really good position going forward. Here's Jace Brett. Can't get it to fall. Missed the first free throw.
Terry
McMorris is back in the
game.
There we go. Good to see him. What toughness.
Those were some huge minutes by Corey Holman. Big credit to him for coming in and producing for his team.
Here's Jace Brett. Can really help his team if he makes this one, and he does.
Got it.
Douglas up 6, 40 seconds left. Here's Victory Christian. They need a bucket if they want even a shot to win this game. And Michael Doctor drives, and we've got an
Jump.
offensive foul.
No, I think
Okay.
it's a jump ball, and possession is going to Douglas. McMorris gets the heads-up play, gets his hands on the ball, and now his team has it. That was so huge by
Dang it, I'm
McMorris.
so dang proud of this Douglas basketball team. Fighting.
They're gutsy.
Here we go, 32 seconds left. Douglas with the basketball up 6. Going to try and milk this clock. I fully expect VCS to foul, and they do. They foul literally the worst player to foul.
One of the East Side Splash Bros at the free throw line.
It's Devon Scott. Oh, that's who I want at the free throw line. I can promise you that.
Yeah, Devon.
I have a lot of confidence in that young man. Here we go. Here's the first free throw, and it's good. This is dang near ball game. I mean, I don't know how VCS can come back and win this one. Hey, make sure you tune into my show on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM Monday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. At about 7:30 in the morning, I'm going to play back some interviews that I'm going to do with some of these players.
Devon Scott knocks down both free throws.
As well as head coach Steven Alexander. So you'll get some extra coverage there Monday morning on CBS Sports Radio.
Michael Doctor comes down and drives, gets the layup to go to keep Victory Christian somewhat alive. But there's only 18 seconds left. Douglas is on top, 43-37.
You know, that was a big bucket for them.
It was.
I mean, the chances of Tulsa Victory Christian to win this game are small, but they would have been way smaller if Douglas was able to get the basketball back without a score, sir. So, 2-possession game.
Yep.
6 points.
Victory has to
It is
go
what
for
it
a
is.
steal or foul, one of the two.
Stay tuned. We will announce the player of the game after the game.
Indeed, we will. As
And
we always do.
Honestly, it's going to be tough. It's going to be
gonna
tough.
Be real tough.
For us to come to that decision. I really don't know. I mean, it's kind of been a different player every quarter,
Yeah.
it feels like.
Yeah.
Shout out to Terry McMorris for his toughness. He got banged up on that one play and looked like he was going to the locker room, and I think he just was able to walk it off.
That's a
and
good
come
thing.
back and make that big defensive play to get the ball back for Douglas.
Huge.
Then they got some free throws. So it's been back and forth. And Douglas is in good position to win this game right now with 18 seconds left. Here's Jaden Williams. He's going to hold on to it. They're going to have to foul him, right? And that's a double dribble by Jaden Williams, so that's going to give the ball back to Tulsa Victory Christian. They're not done yet.
They are not.
They're
Still
not
fighting.
done yet.
So they're going to have to play
goodness.
some tough defense right here.
Q&G Production said Trojans basketball, let's go. Fire, 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 fire.
Got to finish strong right here. Still a
Dre
two-possession
Stubbs.
game.
Dre Stubbs said, unless God, Reggie Miller, or T-Mac suit up for Tulsa Victory Christian, there's no hope for them. I don't know.
What about, I was going to say, how can you leave out the GOAT, Michael
Team
Jordan?
Jesus, so, I mean, anything can happen, but
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see T-Mac or Reggie Miller here tonight. So, goodness gracious. Sarah Demby says D. Scott got ice water in his veins.
Sure does, and he's young.
Sarah, is that Grandma Sarah from Wichita?
Possibly.
I think so. I
We
think
gave her a
so.
shout-out last game.
Yeah.
And he won player of the game.
Shout out to everybody that's tuned into the stream tonight. We enjoy it so much. We just love calling Douglas basketball games, and we are streaming live on the All City Sports YouTube app, and we're also live on the radio in Oklahoma City on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM, HD1. I'm Jay Swick. That's Dylan Tribble. We will be going to Stroud next week, next Thursday, for the first area tournament game. And I'm very excited about it. We'll just see how this one ends up. 14 seconds left. Victory Christian with the basketball down by 6. They need a three-pointer if they want to stay in this game. And they're running out of time. They get it
That was close.
to Chris Mason. Back to number 15, puts up the three-point shot. Makes it!
Oh, my goodness.
God.
He knocked it down. And it was
What a
contested.
Evan McGlure, the 6'6" junior, makes the shot. So now
It's a three-point
it's a three-point game. With 8 seconds left.
Got to get the ball in. Got to play mistake-free at this point.
Dre Stubbs, I think God just checked in for
Man.
Victory Christian. Let's hope not.
You got to stay poised.
It's now a one-possession game.
Yeah.
Sarah said, "Yep, that's me." She's watching from Wichita. Golly,
what a crazy shot!
Hey, let's show some respect to our opponent here.
They're battling.
They're battling. They're fighting. I give them a lot of credit. They just won't go away.
They will not.
And I don't know. What do you do here if you're Douglas with 8 seconds left? You wait for the foul. You try to draw. Run the clock out.
First thing, you got to get the ball inbounds
safely.
Yes, and if I'm Douglas, I'm trying to get the ball in Devon Scott's hands.
Somebody that can really shoot.
Yes, or even Landry Ballard. He's had a great night. He's been hot. He's been feeling it. That's just me. I would try to get it to one of those 3 guys right now.
So it comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. Douglas is up 43-40 with 8.59 seconds left in the game. Douglas will have the basketball. And
they go to Jaden Williams, and he gets fouled.
He got fouled really hard. They pushed him to the ground.
Do we got flagrants in high school basketball?
I don't know, but I would consider that.
We need to review that for a flagrant.
Dre Stubbs is our reviewer online.
Appreciate you, Dre. Shout out.
He's always rerunning the stream to check the calls.
He's a real one for that.
I wish we had replay, and if we did, he might be our replay guy.
We'll take him for sure.
All right, here's Jaden Williams. Make this a 2-possession game, please. Here's the first one. Knocks it down. Round of applause to Jaden Williams. I know his mama's watching on the stream.
He's had a big night tonight. Not afraid of the big moment, and he's only a sophomore.
He's played so well on both ends of the floor.
Yes.
It's really remarkable.
Just look how long his arms are. That's why he's such a good defender.
All right. Let's just add a little insult to injury by making the both of them here. Oh, my goodness. He missed the first one. 7 seconds left. Here's Victory Christian. And Chris Mason gives it to 3-point shot. No good.
That's going to be the game.
The Douglas Trojans are victorious. Won the game by 4. What a hard-fought second half by Douglas. They went through some adversity.
Look at all the Douglas fans waving by. They are letting the Victory Christian crowd hear it, as they should.
Way to go, Douglas Trojans. Hard-fought victory, and I'm glad that we've seen them get tested a little bit. I wanted to see them face some adversity as we get further into the playoffs. They need to be prepared.
Yep.
Because if you're not well prepared, then you're going to get beat by somebody you probably shouldn't.
Right.
So Douglas was able to get the victory, and the cheerleaders are leading the section of fans. I love it. This is a great night, Saturday night basketball. Live from Shakota, Oklahoma. We're going to sleep well tonight.
Yes, sir.
The Douglas Trojans are moving on to the area tournament, and they are excited about it. Next Thursday in Stroud, Oklahoma. We will let you know their opponent early next week on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Like I said, I will recap this entire game Monday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. right before Real Sports with our Hall of Fame broadcaster Myron Patton. And right around 7:30, I will do a segment on Douglas basketball. I'm so impressed with what they were able to do this evening and come out on top against Tulsa Victory Christian. And Douglas Trojans are your regional champs here tonight, and I'm glad to be here. I'm Jay Swick. That's Dylan Tribble. Who's our player of the game tonight? Good luck with that.
I got to go with the point guard, number 22, Landry Ballard, because when they needed somebody to step up, when McMorris got in foul trouble, somebody had to step up, and it was Landry Ballard, knocking down mid-range shot after shot, creating turnovers, hustling, dishing it out to the open shooter in the corner, Jaden Williams. Landry Ballard, congrats, my man. You are our player of the game.
All right, and big shout-out to everybody watching the game via the All City Sports YouTube page. DeAndre Foster said, outlast and overcome Legends of 900. Yeah, I'm not sure what that meant, but yeah, anyways, Southside 405, J-Dub said, just like I said, it was a good game. The Truth YT said, yes, sir. Amanda May said, let's go. MC Vlogs clapping his hands. Miss Scales says, amen. Dre Stubbs said, second half was a tough cookie. Douglas for the dub. And Amanda May said the game is Friday in Stroud. Is that correct?
We'll have to look at that bracket.
Yeah,
You took a picture of the bracket before the game.
Thank you for that, Amanda. We'll make sure and get that right. LB31 said Ballard had a 9-0 or 6-0 run by himself in the second half.
He did. And that's why he's the player of the game.
Yeah, he really took over tonight.
He had to. McMorris was in foul trouble. Somebody had to step up, and it was Ballard, the sophomore.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for tuning in to the stream on the All City Sports YouTube page. Make sure you hit subscribe, and that way you won't miss out on any future broadcasts. But congratulations to the Douglas Trojans. 4-point win, hard-fought game by them. They're regional champs. They'll move on to play area tournament either Thursday or Friday. We'll double-check with that. Thank you again, Amanda May. So hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend, and I look forward to recapping this whole game Monday morning on the Morning Rush on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. I'm Jay Swick. That's Dylan Tribble.
Yes, sir.
Have a
Good night.